Today we're breaking down the James Harden 7s. Let's go. What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's Zach here with Tamster's Kicks. We're breaking down the newest Adidas James Harden Volume 7s. These bad boys go crazy. James Harden, guard on the Philadelphia 76ers. He's been hooping wild this year. Sixers doing crazy, and his newest shoe just came out. Kind of like a luxury, like designer vibe shoes on this bad boy. Kind of crazy, kind of sick. And we're going to break them down today. If you guys haven't seen a basketball shoe video review, we're going through traction, support, cushion, how like they feel on the court, all that good stuff. We're going to break that down. My ratings will be at the end, so you want to stick around for there. And then, of course, guys, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Leave a like. Comment what you guys think about these. But I've been pretty excited to get these ones in. They retail, Adidas dropped them, I think Finish Line dropped them. They retail at $160, and I've seen some pretty good things. I've seen colleges already had some colorways coming out, and James Harden's been wearing them a ton too, so I was excited to get them in hand. Traction is built to sustain a multi-directional movement and longevity throughout the outsole. So it's a combination with the boost here in the back and the light strike midsole. Trae Young 2s have some similar vibes to them. And I mean, like I said, with the longevity, I love the rubber outsole here, mainly the traction pattern, because as you can see, there's like two pads on there. You have a medial and a lateral one, both of them, the bigger one coming in the medial side and the lateral side out here. And it's definitely for like James Harden, like Euro steps he likes to do when he drives to the basket and stuff. And it allows some better like traction support. I felt that with them. Having them on foot feels that same way, so I really like that aspect of them. And as far as I said, like longevity wise, it feels pretty solid. Kind of just like that basic rubber traction pattern. It doesn't come up too much, which I would have preferred if they could round out some of those parts on the outsole, but overall it does come up kind of on like the toe part here, but overall it's pretty solid. Next, the cushion on the Harden 7s is a hybrid boost and light strike midsole. So yeah, rounding out that cushion system, we have the light strike midsole combined with that boost technology in here. It's kind of like Adidas, like Yeezy Boost. Like they add that aspect in there to the back heel, which over time feels really good on like the heel and like Achilles part. So I love that aspect of it. Combined with the light strike, it's getting there. I think it needs a little break in time, but it's pretty soft off the bounce. I like how it feels. It gives similar vibes to Trae Young 2s, like I said, as well as the Donovan Mitchell 4s. And I like it a lot. I haven't been super big with the James Harden shoes recently. I think like the 1s and the 4s I've kind of liked in the past. So they've been nice, but cushion here combined with that multi-directional traction pattern with the pads on the outsole is pretty nice. Next, the materials is pretty luxury here with Harden wanting to make these a fashion piece. So that upper here, you can kind of see the vibes, but James Harden loves to wear puffer jackets, and it's definitely has that kind of puffer vibe to it, with the different like section patterns here all across the upper. It's pretty soft, and one thing I want to mention with the upper as well is off the bat, at first you think it's just like a one entry in, but it's actually like a separate piece, and it's like a puffer jacket, how it like holds in the middle part here of the shoe. And this is a sock liner entry, which is much like the Trae Young 1s and 2s we've been seeing, and so it is a sock liner entry. Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan, and the fit is a little bit interesting, I think because of that sock liner entry, but the shoe is comfortable, it's soft, you get a little more cushioned heel back here to reinforce support and stuff like that. So overall it feels good, but just a little bit questionable with like the sock liner combined with the outer kind of like casing on the upper. So yeah, with the fit, I'm a size 11 and a half. I went true to size here with the size 11 because it's Adidas. They usually run bigger, and they fit kind of interesting. You gotta definitely lace them up to the top because the laces are long and you need that extra support up here. But I still feel like there was some dead space in some areas, and maybe that just comes because I have a wider foot and it might be a little bit bigger. But I just feel like it kind of fit a little awkward in some areas, so I think that comes with that sock liner. If you don't have a perfect fit for like a sock liner entry shoe, you might not love the fit of them, but definitely go true to size. Possibly a half size down, but definitely true to size. Next, the support, and last, the support. Lots of impact protection here. I love that aspect of it. James Harden's usually moving and cutting a lot, driving to the basket, and I mean, you can feel it as you play that there's some nice impact impact protection along here, as well as this back area. The back part of the shoe really reinforces you to stay in, and then with the sock liner, keeps you locked in here in the midfoot area too. So impact protection is really good, and I mean it's kind of a low top, you could say, low to mid top shoe, and it does provide pretty good support. So I did favor that aspect, but sock liners can be very tricky with support, and so I'm not the biggest fan of it. Traction, giving it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. And my favorite aspects with the traction is the 2 pads here that help with Euro step, side to side movements, because I do love using those moves, and so I love that they added that aspect on the outsole of these. With the cushion, I think an 8 out of 10. I do love the boost back there. Just combining the shoe all together, I'm not the biggest fan of that combination with the sock liner upper, so maybe if they can get this boost and light strike midsole with a different upper, because the Trae Young 2s also have the sock liner entry into the shoe, so I'm just not a big fan of that. That also bleeds into the materials, which is an 8 out of 10. I do like this upper casing around the sock liner. It's pretty soft, not like the most breathable if it was just made out of this, but I mean, it is pretty luxury, like looking fashion statement for sure. I know he's trying to get this to wear like outside of hooping, more of like a lifestyle shoe too, but not a big fan of the sock liner, so that's why I give it that. Fit, 7.5 out of 10. Not a big fan of the fit, and again, I think that might have to do with the sock liner. It is comfy though. As I mentioned, the sock liner, if you like them, they does feel really good on here, but the fit was kind of awkward in some places. Finally, support for that low mid-top, 8.5 out of 10. The support did feel good, as you have the sock liner, which sometimes can not feel supportive, but encased by this outer, actually feels really good, so I do like the support on them. Let me know what you guys think about the James Harden 7s. Up to his 7th shoe already with Adidas. They're pretty crazy. They're definitely different than his other ones, and there's some cool colors coming too, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. We'll see you on the next one.